Hello and welcome to an unboxing. One I thought I would never do in my life. You can see I unboxed already. I took a look on the Zord itself. From the title you can see this time we have the ZAP Megazord, the ZAP Dino Megazord to be exact, from Hasbro. And I always was kind of, as ShadowWiz would say, bitching a lot about this guy. I had some issues with this Megazord, two big issues in particular. I will talk about those in a moment. At first I want to show you the box. I don't want to skip out on that. This box is really cool. You have the Megazord, comes with a slipcover. Really cool artwork on the side, the render on the back, and here are the Zords individually. Just show the back again. What really cool is about this, if you go with the hands over this, like you can feel it's like imprinted, like it's raised. So this is raised, this is raised, this is not raised. Yes, this part is raised. Here the figures are raised, the Zord, the tank. The top part here has the Z and has some other stuff. This is raised as well. This is really awesome. They took like a really good step forward with like actually making this feel high quality. The box at least. For now. I will talk about the other stuff later. When you take up the slipcover, you see the face of Megazord better. Here on the top part is a QR code which you could scan, what brings you to a website where you can see the Zord. You can rotate it 360, take a look at it. This website is reachable without the QR code itself. I think you just Google it and you can find it. I will try to take a link in the video description for it. Otherwise you have a better view on the Zords or like on the beautiful artwork itself. The back is like metallic red, and when you open it up, you have a like cool comic scene in here. And I don't know if it's visible, but if you tilt this a bit, you actually see the Z over the entire picture, like a watermark, kind of like it's in there. It's really cool what they did with the box, but I prefer more quality toys than boxes because I'm not an inbox collector, but that's on a different page actually. This is like the cockpit in the Megazord for Red and for the others. It's also raised as well, so if you can feel that. And below this normally are the Zords in these little baggies. They're made out of paper. This is the lower part of the feels cool side. I'm highly on like save the planet and plastic free and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, but this is like the T-Rex's bag was like had a hole in it already because of the tail. So yeah, there is a manual inside here as well, which is in a similar style as the rest of the box, really well presented. But if I put this aside for me a sec, as cool as that is, I have the Legacy box still from Legacy Megazord. This looks similar to the 90s one, and this actually is like my preferred box if I ever want something in box. As I said, it's cool, but box wise I prefer the retro style. Other than that, we have the three T-Rexes, we have the Triceratops, Sabertooth Tiger, Mastodon, and the Pterodactyl. I can try to give the T-Rexes a spin. I hope nothing crashes. Wrong lever or switch. Nah, not a good idea because there's Triceratops in the way. Give it another shot, and it's going the other way around. In front you can see 1-inch minifigures which came actually with the Lightning Collection Megazord, so that you can have the Rangers in front, which is a nice idea. Not necessary, but cool. I wish they were fully painted, but that would pump up the price, I guess. And like this is just like teeny 1-inch scale, hard to do. I don't dare to do that myself. I'm not that talented, and so in the individual color, all fine, all good. Besides that, each Zord has a cockpit which is hidden, which can be opened, and there's a molded in Ranger as well. I will try to show that in a moment. And you three stop for a brief second. As I said, I was bitching about this Megazord a lot. I think it came more on the bitching side than like it felt more like I'm complaining too much than it actually is. I had some time to play around with the Zords, with the Megazord itself, and I have a better like opinion on it now as I had before I had it in hand. But still I have my issues with it, and especially with the one I got. I will talk about that in a second or two as well. My biggest complaints about this Megazord is like it's not 100% show accurate. Hasbro took a stylized move on it, which is okay. Some of it is more okay than the others. My biggest problem is, where is the Hasbro one? This is this one. This is the Pink Ranger sword. The chest piece of the Megazord is this iconic, like say teeth-ish, this version of it. This is my biggest complaint of it, because here's this, like I showed it in a second closer to the camera, here's like a beehive grid on it, and I don't like that approach. I don't know why they did it. I can understand that they want to do stuff different than Bandai, because this was redone so many times and has an iconic look to it. But if they redo it exactly as the others, they are like, okay, why do I buy this? Because I have the one from Bandai, for example. So I can understand that from a company point of view. I wish I had the SOC or Soul of Chogokin Megazord, but at the time as it was out, I didn't have the money to buy it. I was unemployed. And if it comes to getting close to that, like posability wise, is the Lightning Collection one from Hasbro, I think the closest it gets. But yeah, my biggest complaint besides this thing and the stylization, as I said, I showed it closer, give me one sec. Is the price point. The Legacy version is metal, and I paid around about 80 euros for that thing. I'm in Germany, and 80 to like say 150 euros, it's the amount of money I'm willing to spend on a Zord. The Lightning Collection ZAP Megazord cost like $165.99, which is a hefty price. It's all plastic. I don't need metal in the toys per se, for the sake of being metal, and like I don't mind if it's all plastic if the plastic is good quality. But the Lightning Collection is like $165.99 as I said, and it's all plastic. Okay, fair point. Dollar and euro at the moment is round about a 1-to-1 ratio, not 100% but close, like between a bit, 1.1 or 2 or whatever, depends on when you look day wise. So you would assume if you buy this guy in Germany, you pay the same amount as you would pay in the US. Wrong, because you're in, Germany. Because in Germany, for whatever reason, stuff like that is always more expensive. When I go to, let's say, Hasbro Pulse, I pay more, or Amazon, whatever. You can pay, depends on where you buy it, between $220 and $265.99. So yeah, so that's way too much money I want to spend on that guy. For that price, I would say, okay, let's spend another 50 and get an SOC if I can have it for like 300. That's not the price I can get an SOC for, because those are like 600, 800 or more at the moment. Depends on where you look. If you're lucky, you get it for 250 to 300 if you're really lucky. But yeah, all the people who have that don't sell it because it's awesome as hell. It's the perfectest Megazord which you can get, in my opinion at least. As I looked at this, as I said, I have a better opinion now. I at first on the pictures always looked like, okay, this beehive thing is there, and if I like say label it with a sticker or paint it, it will be still there. No, there's an acrylic like shield in front of it. So this means if I keep this guy, because I'm not sure at this point in time, if I keep it, I can fix it with a Gundam marker. I just use like a chrome or metallic silver marker, paint it, done, and it looks like the way I wanted it. And that's, I mean, there are some other points here and there on those Zords which are like, but this is the biggest complaint I have. And when I actually see these guys, it's a lot. There's pros and cons to every one of these three, from the 90s to the Legacy over to Lightning. But let's move on and see what I'm actually talking about. I have to talk to Hasbro customer support because it wouldn't be Hasbro if their quality control is shit. Sorry. My YouTube channel is rather small. I'm thankful for every support I get, but at this point, sorry, ShadowWiz, if I have to bitch again, have to moan. The quality control on Hasbro's side is shit as hell. Sorry, per se. Keep in mind, I paid $130 for this, and I could pay it up to $265 if I was willing to do that, but luckily I didn't. The Sabertooth Tiger is the first thing where like quality control sucked big time. Let's see, where was it? Here. I will show it a bit closer in a moment. I think the camera won't really pick it up, but here is like red overlapping a bit, and it feels like somebody, there was wet paint, and somebody was like with their fingers or hands like, oh, wet paint, smushed, and it's like not clean. Then here's a silver part in front. It's like on the yellow where it shouldn't be. It's like sprinkled all over it. So that's like, ugh. So yeah, there's some other silver parts here where there's paint missing, like scratched. And this is like, it's supposed to be a collector's grade item. It's supposed to be new. It is new. It was, I opened it up, it was sealed, but still, for like paying $130, even up to $265, and having this kind of issues, that's an absolute no-go for me. Sorry that I bitch and complain. As show closer, I have to yell a bit when I'm closer to the cam. I hope the cam picks it up. As you can see, I hope here's a bit like the unclean part, the silver part, which is not good. Here's missing paint. Yeah. And so far the other ones looked good, which I can see. Besides Tyrannosaurus and Megazord mode, I will show that when it's Megazord, the face has this little line in the middle, which is white. Yeah, it's white on the Megazord, but it looks like he's like, oh, I go sunbathing. Here's some suntan. Like a really big smudge right in the front on the nose. Damn. And also some white missing on some outlines on the face in a minor part, but yeah. I will skip the tank mode because this video is like 15 minutes close already, and we'll go straight to Megazord. I try to rush a bit because I don't want to spend like half an hour to 40 minutes to that. 90s, you have those wheels which are like doing this thing, they're wheeling. The others, like the Legacy and the SOC, damn it, I wish I had that. The Lightning Collection one, those are stuck. The same goes for this little back wheels, they move, they're fixated on the other ones. On the Lightning, on the Legacy, they're even painted on. So, transformation wise, 90s. Legs up, teeth up, chin up, other legs down, tail flips over, boom. This is hollow on both sides in the 90s. Similar deal with the Legacy one. Same deal, flip this, teeth up, breast up, down, same deal, another leg. And then this guy. Because of what Hasbro did, it's way more articulated, which I like a lot about this. Is the cannon here, it feels a bit loose part-wise, but it's enclosed. It's like not hollow, which is cool. The Legacy has a sticker here. The 90s one as well. The stickers are wrong. I need to replace them with BD15, for example. Cannon down, feet go down, and then this goes up. Same deal. Teeth goes up. So we now have another foot. And it's articulated, so you have more movement out of this guy than out of those, which is cool. And I really like the translucent red on this. This is cool. Really like this. So 90s, this one. Oh, by the way, you get extra hands. I wish the hands of the Megazord, I mean the 90s didn't do it, the Legacy didn't do it, but this would be an opportunity to actually give you open and close hands like Thunder Megazord Legacy wise did. Sad, but okay. And we have the other foot. This is lightning. So this actually is a bit more wide. This is a tank. Cannon is similar to the 90s because the Legacy is different. Also translucent, looks really good. Not so much stylized as the others. Oh yeah, by the way, on Lightning Collection, which is a plus, the mouth on the Sabertooth Tiger opens. The other ones are closed. They cannot open and close. This can collapse or fold out. I do like squish it and like pull it out, so it's a bit more wide. Tank mode, really cool. I think it's the same as on the show. So cannon goes in, this goes collapsed, this goes up, not so high as mine, but yeah. The head turns, and here the mouth opens and closes as well, which is cool. This is the easiest transformation wise, and he's falling. So this is Legacy, where way more heavy because of the tail is metal. The tail looks different. Here's the sticker inside, which is this guy missing. As you can see, just gray. Damn. Goes down, makes click and snip, and this goes up, another foot. Well, and same deal with this guy. This is old, it's mine from the 90s, has a sticker inside, as I said. Cannon, oh wait, I have to rotate the cannons. These are hollow, by the way. These are completely not hollow, same with those guys. This goes up, horns are metal. In the SoC, the horns actually can be pulled out on chains like on the show, which is Hasbro missing. I love to have that. This has a big port, which I like, the 90s one. Same with this guy. The Legacy is cool, they improved on everything, but this has the shitty Zord Builder ports. I hate Zord Builder, sorry to say. But yeah, so we have feet. Next, we're moved on to Tyrannosaurus. Let's take the 90s first and make some room. You have buttons here on the 90s. Press it, collapse it on both sides. Tail goes up for now, and this rotates. And basically he's almost done. And the little hands raise up. And then you have this guy. This, and you have part of a Megazord. Similar deal. Here's the Legacy. Which Legacy didn't do good is, as I said, Zord Builder. I hate those Zord Builder ports. They are flimsy. Legacy is okay-ish. Tail goes up. The tail in the 90s actually has a piece which can almost missing when you buy it used, but it flips over. This is one solid piece. This is painted like it should be. Here it's missing on the 90s one. And arms up for now, and just rotate this. The feet part here is metal. Here's the Zord Builder ports. As I said, I don't like that because they are like not good, whereas the other one I almost wanted blue and blue. So you have it like this. And now for this guy, this is very articulated. These flaps here, I was messing around with him and posing, and he was actually, those snap off easy. You can put him in again, but that's a downside. The arms are looking nice. The fingers, that's just rubbery. It's like not movable. This goes up, and this moves in. This is really tight for the moment, and what here they were very clever. The port is hidden in the knee part here. So you actually have to fiddle around a bit with it and make it work, I say, which is hard to do because it's really new. After you use it, sometimes I think it's better. So you bring this port out and the rest will move down and in, which is like, as I said, this is like, whew, it's hard to do, but manageable. So that's is like this. And you have to do it with the other foot as well. And it's cool that they did it like hidden, but it's really tight in here. And you have to be careful because I always have the feeling I break something because of the tightness. That's one downside which I felt on it. Like, yeah, it's tight, I don't break it, I hope. So, and similar deal, you move this, and this is the other part I have. You have to be careful with these flaps. And this clicking, it sounds horrible, like breaking, and it feels like breaking. Tail moves up, it has the same like the 90s, it's flappable. Which also is cool on this, you can detach it and you can attach it to the Mastodon because this has waist articulation. This is really cool, and because of they separated that, you have more movement in it, which the others don't have. The other two are bricks, sadly. But you have a similar port which goes in here. I always have the feeling, as I said, I break these here. Here's another one. He's the highest out of the bunch. Lightning is the tallest one, 90s, and this one is the smallest. But if I had SoC would be in between these two. He would be a bit smaller, so he's 1/44 scale. So next is Mastodon. You take off the head, which becomes the shield of the Megazord. Here's the handle, which can be folded out. This is 90s. Opens up and rotates, and the arms rotate as well. Other way around, please. Thank you. And this goes like that, and then tails a bit down, and this just attaches here and snaps on. And the tail connects to the back like so, and good. There's Legacy, similar deal. I always have to look because I have so many now. Paint wise, this is a grayish tone, the same with the 90s. They kept it like dark black, same tone, which is good. Why didn't change the color for the head, I have no idea. Handle is the same part here. And same like this. Same movement, like riding a bicycle, basically. You never forget this. This snaps on in a sec, connects, and good. Now you have a T-Rex which looks like a man. Good. And now for you. Head goes off. Handle is hidden as well, so nothing new, nothing different. Only thing which is different here, besides the style, here this is enclosed, which is nice when you have it as a Mastodon on a shelf. The SoC had that as well, but you could flip that and good. Here you have to take it apart, so you have parts which you could lose. That's a downside if you ask me, but yeah. But other than that, you have the similar deal. You rotate that like 180, and you also rotate the fists here. Boom. This attaches and clicks into place. It's the same deal. And now it's different part. As I said, you can keep this off, but this is like, it's not 100% flush. It needs to be, if it needed to be a bit lower, so you keep this a bit away from the body to actually rotate it if you want to, and then you attach the other part here to don't lose the tail. Whoa, this is, come on. Ooh, it's not easy. So this guy, 3 heads, and now we come to the final part. Yeah, one guy crashes. Nice. One down, one down. The cannons of the 90s go on the back. Same deal like on the show. The front piece goes down, then the Tyrannosaurus head goes down. This goes up, and the head here folds in, wings back, and this looks more like a Megazord now. Horns out. 90s. Done. So, next. This is Legacy. No, this is Legacy, no, this is Lightning, sorry. Damn it. Tricked me! Same deal. Down, wings in. And then, with this guy, it's a bit different, because you need to pull the arms down and pull this down, otherwise you wouldn't be able to have the head going down here, and you have to open the mouth a bit, otherwise it won't go in. And then close this, arms up, chest piece goes here, and then teeny tiny cannons, and we have to fold this out. Give me a sec. Legacy is done. Lightning is missing now. Extra pieces. Extra posable hands. Extra mastodon heads. And now these wings are bigger, but head goes in. They fold inside a self the same way, which is interesting. They actually hit the Lightning collection did this differently. The connector parts here, they just appear if you flap the wings. They are on the back of the wings. They're hidden on the side, which is really interesting and cool. That's a plus design wise. But other than that, this goes down and this goes down as well. And before I do this, it's kind of interesting that they did that. They shown it on the stream, I think. But you can take off the faceplate, and here are the ranges in there. Give me a sec. In the cockpit, like on the show, it looks just printed on, but if you look closer, it's like raised in there and printed. But it's so tiny. And then this goes here. And done. Good. I hope this holds. And I have to make a quick cut because I forgot the swords. I have to get them. I have them. I had them a bit far away because I was, as I said, was messing around and looking at the swords and comparing. I hope the turntable doesn't crash under the weight because, I mean, Lightning is relatively like light. It's not that heavy. Actually, the box which it comes in is weighs more than the entire Zord, which is interesting. Sword wise, this is the 90s. It's plastic, gray plastic, flimsy. Well, this rubbery plastic thingy. This is Legacy. This is chromy silver. The hand of the Legacy is a bit too snug, so this will chip off over time if you put it in and out all the time. And this is Lightning collection. It's way bigger than the other two swords. As you compare, this is the bigger one of the two, and it did the same deal like the SoC. The handle is black, not one plain color, and this here is golden. On the show, I have to be honest, I don't know if it's just one color. I'm not sure, but it looks pretty nice for what it is. The sword is really definitely an upgrade. We have these three guys aside, and yeah, what can I say? Same deal as I said before. Kind of like I have a better opinion now on the Lightning Collection ZAP Megazord than I had before I actually had it in hand, and I hope it doesn't crash on me. This would be a trauma. Give me a sec. I want to show you the face. I promised that. As I said, it's like he has like sunblock right on his nose here. The black on the upper leg part here is also a bit missing. I mean, that stuff, there's minimal things I can fix. I mean, look at that big smudge on the like this is. As I said, sorry, I don't think Hasbro will ever see this on my small channel, but quality control, I bitched enough in the past. Zoro, not now. I forgot to put my phone on silence. Quality control is not good with Hasbro. This is a collector's grade item, a big item where you shouldn't actually. Can I pose him? Bit better. I mean, if you have the opportunity to do stuff, I should. Wah! This always scares me. It feels like it's breaking with that noise. Oh god. I think I'm not the best. I'm not the best to actually pose stuff. I mean, I'm pretty okay with Lightning Collection figures for now. But yeah, and as I said, I wished. Actually, the hands were like not swappable, just like open up, but yeah. Here, dude, have a smaller one as well. Give you another pose, and now he's dual wield. Yeah. Just a quick recap before we wrap this up. I'm still torn, and as I said, I have a better opinion on this Megazord now as I had before I seen it actually in person. I can just give you the advice: if you're the same tornness or similar level as tornness as me, if you have a friend or there's like a convention or something where you actually can take a close look in person at this Megazord, if you want it, give it a shot. As I said, the biggest complaint besides the price point is the chest piece, in my opinion. As from customer support is closed for today, I will contact them by tomorrow and see if they can replace the Sabertooth Tiger and not this guy, like the head, or better said, the Tyrannosaurus. If they can fix that for me in some ways, to, I mean, for this you just have to send me the faceplate, basically. That this is detachable, and if that's the case, if they can help me out, I will definitely. I mean, if they say Sabertooth Tiger, that's something I'm comfortable enough to fix myself, for rubbing alcohol, for example. But other than that, I will keep him if they help me out. If not, I just ask Amazon for a replacement, because I bought it on Amazon as it was on sale. And if that's not an option at all from both companies, well, then it's the way it is. It will go back and I will get my money back and good. For now, it's more like a tendency to keep this guy, but only if it's in a good condition. As I said, the chest piece, now that I know it's like not imprinted and raised, this beehive thing, and I can paint it with a Gundam marker or like a chromey version of a Gundam marker or something like that, it will look like the sword in chrome. I'm absolutely fine with doing that, because that's not too hard. I've done that on Lightning Collection figures before, on Rangers, and that will be a finishing touch where I'm happy to have this in my collection. But other than that, if like this white smudge on the face, this is an absolute no-go. But I talked and blabbed too much as always. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little excursus, this review. If that's the case, don't forget to sub if you're not sub to the channel. There's a giveaway running for EU and UK people. check it out. It's on the main page. If you want to enter, feel free to watch that 7-minute video, and if you're happy with everything I want from you, enter that as well. I'm giving away a Lightning Collection White Metallic Ranger as a thank you for the community who's supporting my channel with views, likes, and whatever, like comments. Other than that, I hope you stay safe, and we see us in the next unboxing, let's play, whatever's on the channel in German or English. So for that, I'm Lord Krytos, and I'm out for today. Bye bye.